on the line. So, Padma Priya, I think you are going to share some insights on what Agile coaches have to mean Agile for AI teams. So,
Yeah,
this is like
yeah,
a coaching hour how to adapt to AI with Agile. So, over to you.
yeah. Thanks for first of all for this opportunity. Vivek, it was really great listening to you. I loved the session. Thank you so much for your sharing. And yeah, moving forward, yeah, let me take this session as completely a discussion oriented because like AI is like it's not future. We can realize that it's here, right? Right just before you. So there is a very short time for us to really go through a lot of steps into say that yeah, I am AI powered person, be it whatever the role, not only as an agile coach. So in this session, I'm just going to present what you need to prepare, empirically what you have to go forward and prepare yourself, okay, to face your organization and also to secure your career. As simple as that. Okay, before starting into this session on agile coaching for AI, adapting for the future. Yeah, so this is Padma Priya Devarajan, an agile consultant. I've consulted quite handful of organizations like Fidelity, PayPal, ADP, and yeah, Temenos and Wall Street English, and currently with an excellent organization in Hyderabad. So all these years, I was in this 20 years of career, I have gifted to see a big wave of, many such technologies, right? From we started with DOS basics to C, C++, mainframes, Javas, and now into like we can keep on saying of your whatever been happened, but now recently with AI. But I was very lucky to see the inception of Agile and now we are going towards like is it really in a dawn period? And that question is in with every agile practitioner, and I just want to clear few of it with this session. So yeah, primarily an agile consultant, an AI explorer currently, and also an author of this book called Agile Metrics. Okay, let's come back here. I hope you can unmute and speak, or you can type in your message. Anything is fine. So
Yes,
now
both
people
are
are
enabled.
also, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Rekha. So now people have started to, there is one hack in LinkedIn. If you want to get double the amount of your likes and comment, I will tell you the best hack. You know what is that? Put a tag called Agile is dead. Suddenly there is a spike in it's so I don't know what to call it, whether it is in funny or weird or whatever the behavior of humans to get an attention of everything. This is really happening. See, I know a product leader, not even in a role of a owner or a product owner or a manager. He's a product leader of a whole system. So he is practicing agile in his company, in his teams. But in LinkedIn, he is posting as agile is dead. Where we are.
Padma, you
So
want another hack?
yeah, please.
In a post telling like we are hiring and see how it bombards.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. So what do you feel? Is agile is dead in this era of AI? What is your view, please? Anyone, please type your, yeah, let me check if you have something in your meeting chat. Is agile really dead, or it is in palliative care, or it is in ICU, or I don't know where to place agile. Yeah,
Agile
what do
particularly it is a system to be dead or something. It's a methodology, it's a mindset on which we think it. So, if we say it is dead, our mindset, it's simple.
it itself is a dead, right? So I was like, are you funny, guys? Are you really joking? See, when people got into a transition from C, C++ to Java or mainframe to Java, did we call that some process is dead? So it's a technology evolution. That's great. We welcome it and it's part and parcel of it. But how that it is related to Agile? In fact, if you deploy AI in a right way, we are going to gain out of it for our Agile implementation. So it's a companion. So AI itself, let's stop to think that as a technology. AI is beyond technology. With whatever I have explored and teaching to people as of now, AI is going to become a, a pal, a companion, or a friend for every single person in this world, not just for IT professionals. So that's the evolution it is going to have. In that case, it's a best friend you can have. The best partners in the market now is AI and Agile. Okay. So please be very clear about it. If someone says Agile is dead, blah, 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 you say that that's okay. We will take care and we will know how to recover it and we can make it flow more faster than ever. Okay. So first
Also
I
check their LinkedIn post.
yes, yes. Whether it is for 2x or
It's
3x
for
or 5x. Okay. The next factor I want to bring out here is adaptation is a very basic triad of an agile, which we have been teaching for more than 10 years. Now, AI is in place. So we are clear that AI is not dead or anywhere near for any dawn, but should we adapt to whatever is happening in AI? What is your view? Can we go with the same implementation rules, framework, and the boundaries we were setting and the way we were approaching for agile transformation and practice? Does it need any change in this era, or we can continue with the same?
not everything.
Not everything, but not completely also.
Not
It is,
completely.
yeah. So it is not in this zone. It is not in this zone. We can see some pockets that we need to adapt as an agile coaches to, as I said, to partner with the AI to move forward and survive both AI and also agile. So how to do that? We will just have a overview. So what is something which is going for a very major shift because of, AI-based development and which is giving a paradigm shift for Agile is first, we are moving everything to data-driven. And if you have been to any AI stuff, you know that data is the input and everything for AI, right? So we are more towards data-driven. It doesn't mean we are moving away from emotional, people-oriented approach. Even for people-oriented approach, I can show you a quick demo of, how to go for data-driven. Okay. Number 2, performance metrics. Every metrics is going to go for more accurate, more calibrated metrics, not an ambiguous or inappropriate metrics. And research heavy will be there. You know that deep research is here and many factors which is allowing us to go forward and do a very deep analysis, which we were saying that we were not having time, right? You give a question, come out of the browser for 30 minutes in Perplexity Pro or Claude, it is going to give you the deep research. So that is there. And data preparation time has significantly reduced. To start with, no Gyan. So I'll just give you a simple sample of how we are going to measure the team's retrospective using, AI. Okay. So when you ask the team, okay, how you feel team, are you happy with the team? You always measure that. Am I right? You measure the team's sentiment analysis. There is an option for us to measure the retrospective of the team, their engagement with the team. So if you go to Google AI Studio, I hope you are already been there, or if you are not, please explore this. This is completely free of cost to a certain level until 1 lakh token. So what is a token? Every word you give to a prompt, right? In the AI, it is broken into tokens. It is as simple as that. Okay, so like in English, we have noun, verb, and subject, right? Like that in AI, for the prompt which we are giving, they are breaking that into tokens. So until you are using 1 lakh tokens, it's free of cost. Okay. So let me go to Google AI Studio. Yeah, so you can do video generating and many stuff here, but now I am going to use that for a sentiment analysis. How I am going to do, first of all, I will just explain you few settings, which is very common, not just for Google AI Studio. If you go for any AI related generation apart from the content, that is in OpenAI. See, in Gemini is an OpenAI, right? There you have some of the LLMs, right? So 2.5 Flash, 2.5 Pro, these are all LLMs. So these are all sort of an content-based generation. So for us to go for little no higher factor, I'm just taking this Google AI Studio. Here you can do URL generation, speech recognition, image generation, live audio to audio dialogue. And so now we are going to also utilize it for the sentiment analysis. So what is this settings? So we can select appropriate LLMs here. It will also show you which one is more appropriate for you based upon your requirement. Number one. So this is a skill we have to learn. We have to learn one new skill in the market, which is an art, I will call, not even a skill, just prompt engineering. And number two is have a knowledge of which LLM works best for what. Okay, so this is a new general knowledge and a new art we have to learn. And this is what I cited, the token count. Until 1,48,576, it's free of cost. And then if you want, you can pay, or the other way is to create another account with another email ID or so. So what is this temperature? So temperature is a common term for any AI. So it is like, if I set the temperature to 0, it will not use any creativity in the response. It will just give the raw facts, no creativity. If I am setting the temperature to the highest, I am just giving the empowerment to the LLM to do any creative modification of the input which we are giving. Okay. And also similar case with the thinking mode. I can enable thinking mode saying you can, whatever I have given, you top up with your thinking mode. Structured output, right? Code execution, function calling. And also there will be one thing called TOPY. TOPY is nothing but the sampling, the probability sampling. P stands for the probability sampling. To whatever extent I can take the the probability sampling. This is quite advanced, but that's too good to know the terms at least. And similarly, there is something called top K. So top P or top K, if you are setting it to 1, it means it will take a lot of samples. And so the reverse case. Okay. So these are all very common setup for any of this factors. Now let's go for AI Studio for sentiment analysis. Okay. I'll just show you a sample of, how you can do a sentiment analysis using free stuff. So what is sentiment analysis? First of all, when you give a sentence, it will measure whether the outcome is positive or a negative, or it can be even neutral. Okay. So for example, I would love to go for a beach. Okay. Somewhat positive. Okay. I love my new record player. It is deliberately positive. I really hate when my brother steals my things. It's negative, right? So similarly, see, for you doesn't have to do any coding or even automation, nothing you have to do. What you have to do is either you, with whatever the retro tool you are using, you can enable the API key and you can copy. Even if you find afraid of, after 10-15 years, you doesn't want to go to this black and white screen to do any script level configuration, just open the AI Studio, in which, write saying, please. So you can upload a file or record a video. Okay. So if say I have actually, I'm having a summary, a meeting summary, which I have actually been part of that meeting for some time back. Okay. So either you can upload the script or the Zoom summary, whatever you want. It's really up to you. Okay. So maybe I will open the, yeah, I think it should be here. Yeah. So there is some factors, right? So there is a recording. Either it can be of audio or video. That's really fine. Okay, you can just upload the file and tell the team to analyze the sentiment analysis of the given file. That's it. Give few minutes. It's going to analyze and it is going to give you whether the sentiment is positive or negative or neutral. Okay. So why it is so useful? See, if you go and ask a team how they feel, it will be like, they will either of, not enough what to say, and psychological safety, they can say either positive or negative. To avoid all those, to be very factual, you can use this technique. So in this case, with whatever the file uploaded, the sentiment of the audio file is neutral. Okay. So yeah, that could be, if I can try for another file, it could be positive, negative, whatever it is. I am practically implementing this for my teams. Okay. In my consulting firm, you can try out this technique, which is very simple. As you see, right? Nothing, no coding, nothing is needed. You can even give a URL or an audio file or a text file or a video file, whatever you want, and you can do the sentiment check. Okay. I hope this is useful as of now.
What
So
if there are two sentiments in the same meeting? Like, say, I'll give an example. I'm driving my new BMW car to Goa, and the routes were pathetic. It was a horrible journey.
Yeah, so it will change to the somewhat positive or somewhat neutral or somewhat negative, or it will also say sentiment in between clearly.
Okay.
I really don't know how to feel about Pokemon. Or they have given just a sample thing. It will say sentiment in between. It means there is a positive factor in that and also a negative factor in that. Go and address it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And this is Padma. This is using means Google AI, right?
Yes, and you can even select the model. See, here there are a lot of models available, right? So you can really select what model you want to do. Also, it is using AI. Now, if you want to become more secure, you can do the same with the enterprise. I will also explain on that. I will completely explain on how to do that with the secured approach. Okay.
Hi,
What
Padma.
is your question? Yeah. Please proceed to ask your question.
In the previous example, when you uploaded a video or an audio file, it came up with a sentiment analysis of just a few sentences. I mean, what is the way to get more detailed sentiment analysis by team members?
I will write a exact prompt for that. Please learn this format of prompting. It is so useful. After my 6 months of exploration, I finally learned to do decent prompting. So now I am saying act as an agile coach. Okay. Now I'm thankful or whatever. Okay. I'm good with your response. But I have to present and detailed report. Yeah. Detailed report on this analysis to leadership. So please prepare what to say, prepare a analytical report. Okay, analytical report on this sentiment analysis. Okay, I have given, right? So it will just give you, go take the data, convert it into an even as an PPT or whatever. You can just expand to, even you can say how many words you want or how many slide of content you want. Everything you can do with this approach. Hope this helps.
I had another question. Like when
Please.
I do a retrospective with one of my teams, I have a separate column for that to do actions and the owner for it. So I was hoping that this sentiment analysis would also give me some insights into that. But
You can do that. You know how to do that? Yeah. I wish this was a little more big session. So whatever the URL you are having, just configure this with this make.com. You can pull and say that with whatever the actions I am starting, kindly alert me or help me to check where we stand on that action items, and you can do many magics with this. So that will give you everyday approach of, this is called AI automation. It's not agentic. Agentic is next level, but you can do that, whatever you said, right? We create a scenario.
yes,
when I am updating
yeah.
that, you can just do this automation.
Yeah, however, Padma, my question was not regarding the automation.
Yeah, sure, please.
To infer the actionable or to get actionable insights from the sentiment, something which I, as a Scrum Master, as a human, failed to notice, and later, this analysis will help.
Yeah, sure, it will. If you see, I'll tell you one learning very strongly. AI is like, it's like this universe. Whatever you ask, right, it will give it to you. And also, if you upload 4-5 sentiment analysis files, it will see a pattern. So it will, if you say, based on this 4-5 files where I have kept some alerts for any action items or so, or something like that, or an owner for that, can you give me a reminder? It will give. Or if you want to analyze that sentiment of how they feel with that action, it will do. You can't really do this magic. See, you cannot do that with a normal Gemini. You can do this with this Google AI Studio. Okay.
So can this be done with ChatGPT?
ChatGPT, do you have a enterprise version of ChatGPT?
No, the free version.
Yeah, so that is restricted. You cannot do with that there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now I will quickly tell you what are all the challenges we are facing as an agile coach or a scrum master or any agile representative to the teams. You may be already seeing it, or you are going to see it in the very near future. So one team in my consulting company, we are doing top-notch agent development. Why do you want to follow a traditional agile? So, okay, then I was like, I myself was adaptable. I said, okay, let's do something new called AI agile implementation for this team. Let's try out. So what do you want to do? The first question was, we are not aware of anything. Like, it is already our software industry will have a lot of, unpredictable stuff. And especially this AI made us, with lot of unpredictable factors. So we want to go with lot of research spikes than the predictable outcomes. Our backlog, 80% will be exploration, because we have to learn AI. We have to learn what is LLM, what is or whatever is happening, MCP and everything. So we want a lot of, exploration than this one. So we doesn't want to follow any of these ceremonies. I said, that's okay. I was really saying I'm making myself adaptable. I mean, customized to you. Let's stop all the whatever you feel is not useful, and let's go for this exploration. So what we did is I only said only one factor. Let's keep this 2-week sprint as intact. Because if I give you for months together, we don't know what is the outcome. So let's keep this 2-week. You start with some research. You start with an exploration. By end of 2 weeks, we will do and inspect and adapt of where we stand on that exploration. Based on that, we will also plan the next one. So there is nothing very concrete sprint planning, but still we had some get together, like, do a POC, okay, where we stand, and we proceed. So that was the flow. First change I made. And challenge 2. Okay, before going to challenge 2, Jyoti, please ask your question.
Yes, one small query, Padma.
Please, Jyoti, yeah.
Yes, that was when you were checking that sentiment analysis. So it was AI Studio, right?
Yes, Google AI Studio.
Okay, so means it is checking your means analysis, right? Means whatever
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
means we have to analyze or our means prediction that
Yeah.
check or means how that I got confused there.
What to check? What is your question? Last one?
No, means I have doubt in that means whether it is predicting or analyzing it on its own.
It's analyzing, it's not predicting. It is
Okay.
analyzing the document and it is firmly saying the tone of that, whatever the event you are given or the statement you are given, or see, for it, your team is either they are positively operating or they are neutrally operating or they are negatively operating. It can analyze. It's not predicting, it's analyzing and giving you the facts.
Okay, means we have to write down in Word document now.
You can convert into any document in that case.
And
You
then
can convert into table, you can analyze and put into factual facts and convert into a word, or you can download as PDF. You can do any magic with that. That is power of AI Studio. In fact, you can even convert that into an audio file and or a video file even to broadcast to your people.
no,
You
no,
can do
I'm
any.
no, I am asking that Word, whatever Word format we are attaching there, that includes our team performance, right?
It could be if they have discussed in the retro on the team performance, it could contain on that. If it is not only a Word file, Jyoti, you can upload a audio also. You can upload a team summary also, or with whatever the snippets also. It's up to you. But yeah, it will contain the team performance if they have discussed.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, the second challenge you will face is lot of data dependencies and pipeline complexity. The pipelines are going to be very complex now because we have multiple options now, right? So data acquisition, cleaning, labeling will be very crucial. We will be depending on a lot of, data analyst, research analyst in that case in the near come future, and quality issues, essential ML operations like, creating the pipelines and creating that infrastructure will be very complex and very essential. You have to start that work immediately. We don't have any delay in time at all. Okay, I will tell you how to implement it. Then third one is specialized roles and cross-functional bottlenecks. No more tester, no more developer. In fact, developer role itself is going to go away and we are going to create something called product engineers. Who are product engineers? Those who know the product, those who know the pain point of customer. So they will understand, they will ideate on, okay, how to overcome it. They will just float to you. So that is called product engineers. There won't be front-end engineers, back-end engineers in few months of time. I'm very pretty sure about it. Okay. So diverse teams should be there. It should contain of, even UX will be very limited because we have Figma with AI. You take any UX tool which is AI, but we need those engineers. I'm not saying we are not eradicate that roles. They will be playing the role which will facilitate between the customers and the AI. So it is no more. So we had a role called PO who facilitated from stakeholders to the team, right? Now the transition will be, we will still have job in a different format, like the one who is like, knowing the product side and he will facilitate with the AI and just give the outputs. So that is where we are taking forward. So there will be lot of role transition. Please be aware of that and adapt to that. Do not resist to an extent because the technology is like, the eminent. It is real. It is just before us. Okay. Yeah. And what mending I did with the teams, right? First, I adapted the backlog and the sprint planning for AI. So I allowed them to prioritize for experiments like, hypothesis driven some exploration, which was giving great result. See, there was one sprint which they said, okay, we want to do an exploration on an agent for the chart. We said, okay, you can try out. We can have half of the backlog with the roadmap, whatever given, and half with the experiments because we had some span in that sprint. And the outcome is like the feature which we have delivered to the customer in 7 days. So our velocity has tremendously increased. Yesterday, there was a post by our CEO saying we have increased our velocity from 2024 to 25 by 10x, I forget 6x or 10x, but it has eminently increased. So we are going faster, still faster with AI, but you have to be open to adapt to the sprint planning and the stuff based on that. As I said already, don't stick with the ceremonies and the jargons. Okay. And what the second exercise we did is we redefined the definition of done and the success metrics. No more only measuring velocity. Velocity itself is not a metric, first of all. Velocity is a data. And based on that, you're either increasing the predictability or decreasing the cycle time. It's up to you. So we redefined the definition of done. No more saying that, okay, you have to write unit tests, because people have started to write unit tests by default because using AI. Okay. So the format of definition of done itself has changed and metrics itself has changed. Please go back and do these exercises. Okay. And yeah, so coaching is still crucial. We need to carry the mindset. See, it's like, the suddenly with the introduction of AI, our industry has become like a teenage kid. For everything, there is a resistant for argument, not resistant, argument. Okay. So you have to be very intelligent in setting up the space for them to explore on AI, yet having a boundary that they are also not ruining the whole company in the interest of AI. It really happened to in my team, one of the team. They were so much passionate about AI. They built many things because AI builds everything faster. So we build many things which is not needed for the market also. That will also happen. Be aware of that. So be very cautious to say, guys, are we aligned with the goal? Are we really customer focused, or you are exploring with the AI for the learning? That will happen. Next is embrace principles. Still, we are sticking to the wonderful basic agile values with embracing, like, some of the principles of, on the AI side. Okay. So with this, we are able to get increased success, but adapt, don't abandon. Okay. That is my personal request, experience. So my approach to agile AI coaching was very, what to say, came out of some learnings, not initially very successful, but it was very challenging. Okay, before going into this, can I take the question from Saibal Ra?
Hi. Is this geared towards AI ML team, or is it applicable for all technologies?
It's for your team, wherever you are coaching. And I will also tell how to set up your AI ML team. And this is the first step, Saibal, called Enterprise AI Platform Community. When you are, people are now, I don't think so any developer without using either Cursor or ChatGPT or Copilot, they are coding. Am I right? So it is, as of now, decentralized with only the developers. Now, how to create that as a community for well-being of the organization? See, now AI is helping the developers to increase their productivity. The same weapon can be a game changer for the whole of your consulting or coaching teams to for a bigger cause of, benefits, not just to developers benefits. So first, what I did is I created something called Enterprise AI Platform. We created a community where we foster collaboration. We come forward and create the Enterprise AI Platform. The main factor to create this platform is because, see, I showed you a sentiment analysis with my own Zoom audio. I cannot do that with an organizational audio into a public LLM. Am I right? So you are then selling your organization data to an LLM. Am I right? So in AI, nothing is free. Nothing is free. When it says that it is free, it means that you are feeding the data to that LLM. So in a way, you are developing the LLM. Okay. So to avoid that, to make your data secure for your organization, please form an AI platform community and get us enterprise version, at least for few tools, and give a clear instruction to the people saying, these are all approved tools to use for you in the organization. These are all banned tools for you to use on organization. Give this communication very clear. And apart from that, each one will, if they are creating everything from the scratch, from the LLM base to create an agent, it will create a lot of time. So instead of that, you can build an enterprise AI platform from which people can leverage. For example, you can use either Bedrock, or you can use like the LangGraph, whatever you want. But create an AI platform and say that leverage based on this, you can develop on top of your agents or automation workflows or whatever you want. Okay. So this was very useful for secure, faster implementation of AI in my agile teams. Number 2, tool evaluation facilitation. As I said, always keep on evaluating. You know something? Yesterday I read about it. The AI usage and the tools introduction to the market next gets doubled in every 7 months. So every week there is a new tool, or every week there is a new version in a tool. So keep evaluating on the tool and check that what is secure for your system, what is not, and keep communicating to your forum on this. So this is again was very useful. Number 3 was AI training and workshop. So arrange for an workshop with the people, and initially to give what is change you can anticipate and what they want to really take up. And you can also learn what is their need out of this, like, you know, the AI and whatever is happening in the system. And from which I created, this was super useful, called implementation roundtable. So we didn't go random. We didn't go with the traditional approach of creating and user stories and implementing it. So rather, when we add that platform, right, and we add the tools, right, now we sat together as a roundtable setup, and we discussed on AI system implementation. Let's take one use case. Okay, let's try out the how we can go further. What are all the challenges we face in it? Okay, now it is working. Okay, perfect. We'll go and showcase to the leadership. And if it gets, like, you know, through, we will go for the production immediately. So that's how we were really able to go faster in. I'm so happy and proud to say my teams are in, like, you know, they are still with excellent agile mindset of, you know, going iterating in AI implementation also. Yet we are in a niche of, you know, going for the market very faster because of this very cautious, very proactive setup we have made. So I request you, step out of your comfort zone of agile and doing only agile coaching and consulting and no facilitation. Step into the AI zone. You doesn't have to know, be a pro in AI. No one is pro in AI. So you can just learn out of this, facilitate between people, connect the people who knows and the other one knows another one. Connect the dots continuously with your coaching mindset, which is still very essential, and you can see the change out of it. Okay. So that's what I want to really complete. This is the whatever I have given is nothing. What to say? From the cloud, it's real. This is what I have done as of now. Even in the next conference, I can tell you what was the difference. I mean, positive outcomes, or what is the next level of this. I can share with you. Okay.
What type of AI trainings did you arrange as a coach?
Yeah, I will tell you about it. So for PMs, right? For PMs, we showed them how they can take something and create user stories in a Ziffy, and how they can do market analysis. They were like very impressed to see this because they were doing all in manual work. We showed them POs. We had a very separate training. And for developers, we are not in much training because they were already in technology. They were already using. So what we did is we just introduced Cursor. We said, okay, guys, this is pretty useful. If you want try out, we can take up further. So we just arranged a roundtable to try out. So they really liked it over ChatGPT. So we just gave them with a and one more training I had is I called a person from Amazon Q outside the organization, and we facilitated Amazon Q with the team. So they can fill like that. Only arrange the workshop. I didn't conduct the workshop initially, though I am now bit equipped to do that, but I was connecting the people to learn based on the role specific initially.
And ma'am, you're talking about the developers, talking about the coaches, PMs, but no mention about the Scrum Masters.
I am really, transparent to see in the evolving market. people are going away from this title called Scrum Master, which is very hard truth, even for me, especially personally. But this is the hard truth happening. You won't see any large recruitment of Scrum Master role in already it has started, but it will be there for from now. So it will be in this model. There will be a team of as I said, product engineers and a product facilitator. So they will just go front and back and create a hypothesis, and they will test with, like Vivek said, right? They will have twins, digital twins. They will test it faster and they will just go faster. And that's an eminent truth to be transparent. That's happening in the industry. I'm not saying it like, prediction from the horoscope. Okay.
So how
There
can
was
the
one-
Scrum Masters, be equipped for the change in coming months?
Yes, they have to equip for the change with whatever this roles happening in the system. Yeah.
Padma, there was one question about companies having their own guardrails and
Yeah.
compliance. How do
Yeah.
you think we can deal with that?
Yes, we have to deal with that. There are some acts. First, you have to know about those acts. In India, there is something called DPDP Act. Okay. When you are aware of these stuff, people will come to you trusting that you are so cautious about their secured system. Okay. So DPDP is Digital Personal Data Protection Act in India. It is introduced 2023, keeping in interest of AI only. So this is for specific for AI. So say that whatever, see for example, I am selecting a tool, okay? ChatGPT enterprise version adheres with the DPDP Act. So select the tool which adheres with this, so that your data is protected. It is not going somewhere else. And also there is something called GDPR Act, which is like, a global, yeah, this is in compliance rather than it is an, what to say. So this ensures your data, it's not just for European Union. GDPR is there for Asian version, US version, and so on. So you can also say that whatever the data you are selecting, it is going through this compliance. Also take the help of your legal counsel and partner with them. I gave this people, right? Yeah, AI platform community. This was person representing the legal counsel, person from the AI architect, and an ML engineer, and the people like us, some leaders, my India head and agile coach and so on. So it was so useful for us to really discuss and get this no tools for the teams, which is adhering with this either legal stuff or with their compliance.
So
Yeah,
glad to
Kashi?
share, Padma. We actually deployed GDPR. My team worked on GDPR. We deployed
Perfect.
it for geographic location.
Okay,
The few
awesome.
more questions.
Yeah.
Quite a few actually. So I think mostly it's built around if they have their inbuilt tools, they should also be good to use it. So are you suggesting they should go approach their leadership, walk them through and say, okay, can we use these tools and seek permission? Is that what
See,
you're suggesting?
yeah, actually, more than they are asking, what I'm requesting is form a very closed community where they are proactively searching for all these tools emerging in the market and give what is secure for the system. Means like, do not wait for them to come back. It is a long wait cycle. Rather, I think approach of this leadership who are in alert mode of, what's happening, that should be more useful, was what my experience at least.
Kashi, you had a question. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. What are your thoughts on AI and job displacement?
Yeah, it will see. One thing is like, which was like people were saying, yeah, okay. People were saying that, yeah, so we are not going to lose job if you are getting adapted. That is the very simple tip I can give. As I said, like, go a step out of your comfort zone, learn what is happening. You doesn't have to be an expert, but you should have enough proficiency to facilitate between the people. Number one, apart from your role, what will happen in the market? Yeah, there will be role transitions for sure. As I
Correct.
said, all said, yeah. So no front end, back end, blah blah blah. All this will go for a transformation. Those who are ready for the transformation will survive. Those who resist very strongly will be fit or there is one golden rule in corporate, right?
I know. Right. I have another question as well, if you're okay with that. How can AI professional ensure data privacy when developing the AI models? Sorry.
Yeah, the very simple rule for that is like, if you're going for free, it is you are selling your data for sure. Okay. Because
right.
you're not stealing. It is LLMs is based on data. So whatever you feed, even a word, it is an input for it. So if you want to keep it secure, go for enterprise version, secured version, paid version.
Okay.
Because in paid version, they have a concrete saying that they will not share your data with any of, outside indirectly or directly. If someone, for example, if your competitor tries to hack your data also, they cannot. So very simple rule is go by this. Apart from whatever the GDPR and DPDP, which I showed you, try to complain with that. Then you are really safe.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you, ma'am.
Padma, I have a question. Can you hear me? As you said, there will be role transitions in the upcoming time once AI is on ground. So one question which I have, what is product facilitation? And as I understand from Scrum Master point of view, there is a framework, right, from which defines by Scrum Alliance and other principles. So for a product facilitator, there would be a framework, do you think, or what this role will related to be?
Yeah, it is just
Trying to understand from what you see, what is your visualization about it?
Yeah, I understand your questions, but to be really transparent, even I am observing. I'm not really very strong in saying that this is what happening, but change is very imminent. Number two, for product facilitator, what will happen in the market is like, yesterday only I read no more strong agile frameworks. Rather, we are going for a model called I have to really recall it, and maybe I can send you in the group, okay, which is called XLA, which says that whatever happening in the market, we are just trialing with a very fast trialing. See, they will put the design in Figma, generate the code in Figma itself, connecting with the Copilot, and they are able to deliver it to the clients and check whether they like it. If they like it, they are going for actual production and so. So this will be the role of a product facilitator. So they will be hands-on, not just even user stories, right? I can show you a sample where we are writing user story, connect that user story with an AI called goose.ai. If you want, you can explore on that goose.ai. It picks up the user story, it develops and it creates an MR and it gives you a report on the MR, and from which you can take a decision you have to deploy to the production or not. So what I am saying is this is, vibe coding. Yeah, vibe coding is really vibing. So this is what really going to happen, or it's already happening in few percentage, which will be scaling very faster in the next few months. But
so really want to understand it better further. So would be in touch. We'll be in touch.
What is that? Yeah.
We'll be in touch with you on LinkedIn to understand it better and how we can plan it, right?
Sure. Yeah. And but please understand that your jobs are not going to do unless you are sticking to that job which you like. You have to adapt to whatever happening, then your job is secure. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Good,
thanks for good insights.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sure, guys, let's now wrap up. We got to respect the time. That's our basic stuff that we got to do good with. All right. Please put in if there are any open questions, we can take them offline. Thank you indeed. Very nice session. So we have to keep evolving. That's the mantra. So it's being agile. We were agile. We got to continue to be agile. Simple as that. Wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Padma, Priya.
God bless all of you. Yeah.